Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day. We've had a bad thing, you know. I hope you're joining me here because the last one has gone bad. No sound. So please come and check that out here. Okay? So, okay, I think I got my microphone working. Oh, nothing worse. Steve-O, can you hear me? Finally, somebody can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Anyway, had trouble with my um, my good. Yes, thanks, Lucky. Great. My last stream is just gone bad. Uh, New one. Hopefully, everybody in the last live chat is leaving. So, anyway, thank you for coming. I'm gonna have to take that one down because that one went to crap. Um, just didn't work out, people. I tell you, when things go bad, they just go bad. And then you don't get anywhere. So, go figure. When you try to do something good, it just goes to crap. So, anyway, let's start this out again. So, have you ever had a near death experience? Well, Steve-O, oh, yeah, well, you're exactly right. Thanks, Lucky, for coming. I'd love to have some input from you on this. But anyway, Steve-O, yeah, it happens, but I plow right through it because I know what I don't give up too easily. So anyway, I hope this is working good. I gotta play around with the microphone. I have no idea why this thing quit working. Septarian Sun's in the house. Thank you for coming. I hope everybody else is coming back. I had a whole house full and nobody to talk to because I was silent. So tonight we're going to go to near-death experiences. Yes, NDEs. And I am going to get over here and I'm going to turn this thing around. We're going to make it a really good night after all. You know how that goes. But I've never had a near-death experience. Nope, not at all. I always think it's kind of, one of those things, but I am going to get rid of that last one, delete. Oh, I just feel so bad that last one took a digger on me. So anyway, back to where we started and what we're going to go for. So I found this cool website. It's called Near Death Experience Research Foundation. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of it or or whatever, but I thought, well, it'd be cool to go check it out. And I checked it out and it seemed pretty neat, and I wanted to share it with everybody else. Steve-O says, what's your definition in near death? Biologically near death and or some crazy situations? Yeah, well, I think crazy situations and or when your body shuts down in some sort of way. And we'll find that out here because it tells you. So we're going to jump right into that. Very good question, Steve-O. Very good question. Couldn't have said it better myself. Anyway, it's a good thing I don't have to work tomorrow. I died in a dream once. Does that count? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure if dying in a dream, but they say if you die in a dream, that then you die in real life. So obviously, you didn't really die in the dream, did you? Pearl Jones is in the house. Thank you for coming. Um, so anyway, Pearl, I know you've died several times, so maybe you can relate to some of this. Anyway, we're talking about near-death experiences tonight. We're going to get right into this, and this is from the Near-Death Experience Research Foundation. And I am going to... Linda Espinoza, you did find us. Thank you. Oh, man. I got shot in my heart. Delaney says, I got shot in my heart in a dream and woke with a bruise on my chest. Um, yeah, that could be. Um, thank you for letting me know. Um, yeah, but I had a dream I died. Yes. Well, don't die. Die in real life. Okay, so here we go. I wish I had somebody to conversate with, but I'm all alone tonight. It'd be nice if any of you want to get on here with me, let me know. I will send you a link and you can join me. But I'm going to start reading. Here we go. Share screen. We're going to do this upright and start over because I know. Here we go. Oops, wrong thing. Sorry about that. Okay. I got to do this. And here it is, the Near-Death Experience Research Place. So there we go. And there. And so you can see that this is easy. It says home. You can share your experience. Oops. Anyway, you can share your experience or you. There we go. And there, I got everything done. And so here it is. And it's got different stories, exceptional NDEs, index, archive lists, current things, etc., resources. I guess they get in all poetry and everything. YouTube videos, the whole nine yards. But tonight we're going to talk about these right here. And I am going to read them off to you. Okay? Ooh, Delaney's got new affirmation cards. Anyway, okay. So with that, Delaney, I did send you a link. So there you go. We're going to go with, I can't make this any bigger, people. I am sorry, but I can't really enlarge it. I don't know how to enlarge it any more than it is. Centurion Son says, my mom used to work for hospice. And she had a lot of these stories. Well, that's cool. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that one. Here we go. Ryan R. Then I was floating above the water and looking down at the settling water. I watched my hair swirling, inches below the surface. Then my vision switched direction. I was looking at a dock height toward the shore. I watched my cousin running down the dock and jumping in to rescue me. That was due to drowning at age 5. Kimberly G. from Canada. I then felt my body calm, and it was immensely peaceful. And I felt myself lifting up from my body, like almost heading up towards something. I was able to look up towards my fan in my room. And tunnel vision began, and I saw a tunnel, and a pearly like white round structure, like I was like a light and at the end of the tunnel. I was not afraid at all. I felt myself become curious about all this. That was due to a seizure. Valerie N. I sat by my grandma's side, and I spoke to her about how much I missed her all those years. I told her how much I loved her and the memories I had never forgotten, and how sorry I was for how we had been treated, and that I was unable to speak to her. After a long conversation, I told her that I knew Jesus was waiting for her. I told her she could go, be with him, and let go of this life. That's a shared death experience with her grandmother at time of her stroke at when she died 2 days later. Natalie B. It was a banquet table. I was there with several other guests, all dressed in a white glow. I didn't recognize the guests, but they were approximately 12, and they made me feel overwhelmingly glad to be sitting with them and very welcomed. We ate and we laughed. We laughed not at anyone's expense, but because we were joy filled and happy, real happiness. The speed at which everyone's conversed was worldly. Following a bone marrow transplant at the time of great despair.
Really. So the next day, I happened to go to the Earth Song store and I was buying the crystals. And
All right. Hey
hello,
there.
people. How you doing? I gotta get off this phone. But yeah,
There you are.
Constantine kind of said something on her live stream, something about butterflies, y'all. And I'll talk to you later. Go on Milky Way Soul Tribe. I'll send you the link, Lee.
We got the
Yeah.
Lady Pearl Jones
Hi,
joining us
everyone.
tonight. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I was going through something and I left for a minute, and guess where I'm back with my child at home.
Oh well, good for you. It's good
People
for you.
realize that they need me more than
Yes.
anything, and yeah. So, can I ask y'all for your positive intentions of extra protection over me? Because while I was gone, weird stuff happened. You guys probably already know that somebody was sent to some young man was trying to sent to me to try to see how vulnerable I was from my stalker neighbors next door. Okay. And
Yeah.
really, I'm telling you, I'm going to write a book about this shit. And it's going to be a movie, but it's going to be a cartoon version because it's going to be so fucking unbelievable that you're going to have it in cartoon version because if it was in real life, Rick, I'm on the line. Rick. Oh, he's loud.
Okay.
Rick, can you close the door? You hear him yelling? He's
Yeah.
tripping. He's
Yeah.
going drama. He's going drama queen.
Okay.
Because something weird happened. Someone came knocking at doors here and trying to jump in cars and carjack people just a few minutes ago. Yeah, I
It's
live in the
a
fucking hood.
that's a rough hood, isn't it?
It's called the Fourth Ward.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't trade you
Yeah.
places for $1,000,000.
Well, it's weird. I'm down the street from Murphy's Law
Uh huh.
office. Yeah, Murphy's Law office.
Yeah.
And then we got the YMCA. And then we got the first congressional church for the gay pride folks. And then across the street, we got the first church of Christ the Scientist church.
Oh.
And that's
Well,
something.
what
Christ
an
the
interesting
Scientist.
what an interesting neighborhood you live in.
Oh, yeah. And then we got the bridge down the street that's got the trees. It's got a portal on the bridge. Oh, it's some magic shit down here, man. Oh, yeah. It's
All right.
crazy.
All right.
And then my basement's a fucking vortex. I
I
live
can
right outside of Ace Hardware. That's how I was able to recreate the Ace of Cups and the
yeah.
Ace of Wands tarot cards from the Ace Hardware side.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's pull some positive collective affirmation cards here. Here we go. It's a pretty butterfly. Can you see it? You
Hang
can
on.
see
I can
it's,
blow you up here.
there it
And
is.
there you go.
Look at that. It
All right.
says, when I don't know what is happening, I choose to be curious and get excited about what is going to be. So yeah, there's that. So does anybody want any cards? I need to really start generating my own income. So you guys can inbox me. I do have the supplies for more custom Scully buddies.
Now don't worry. I got my Scully buddy right here.
I sold one to Steve Clark. I made it and I took pictures of it. I'm going to when I do the new ones, they're going to be different. I'm going to put crystals along the sutures of the skull and around the jaw lines. I'm going to put extra stones in there. I'm going to put some teeth on them too.
Uh huh.
I'm going to use the white howlite and make teeth with them. Well, here we go. Let's pull. Here we go.
Anyway, yeah. Um, you know,
I hope
oh,
everything's going well with everyone.
I,
Here it says, I trust myself. I am wise. I am brave. That's a
oh,
pretty butterfly.
nice.
And you can see these pictures are done like watercolors almost. No, actually, they look like photos. Yeah, they're like photos of these real butterflies. Here's another one. It says, listen to intuitive wisdom. Oh, I listen to the intuitive wisdom of my own feelings. I am guided from within. Don't feel guilty when you go with your gut instincts.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Joanne says they're frozen, but I'm saying we. It's been a bad computer day. My first stream turned out I had it recorded and I had no sound at all, and I
Yeah,
have
I
no
saw that.
idea. I don't know what happened there, so I figured I'm going to come on live and we'll do it again. But
Yeah.
I'm doing a near death experience day,
Oh,
and and
here.
yeah, and I want to know if what you've had these experiences. I want your story. This is your time to shine here. I want your
Yeah.
story.
Well, my first near death experience that I can remember cognitively as a child, I was up in my bedroom in my second floor and I was looking out the window. And there was a stick or something in the window and it fell out and it slammed my neck in the window. And I was pretty scared about that. I was going to die. Um, but somebody got me out. It was my sister, I think. Let's see, what other near death experience have I had? Well, I always feel like I'm near death because I was born dead.
Yeah,
So I
I know.
always,
I mean,
yeah, this, I've almost been shot a few times.
oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a girls' school in Milwaukee, and we were at the library, and this girl that didn't like me at school had showed up at the library. And I'm like, why are you doing here? Because I was in a reformatory school. I was locked up in the girls' camp school, and we went to the library, to the public library, because I used to go to public school. But then at nighttime, we went to the public library, and the chick from school, from Custer High School, was there, the bitch pulled her gun out. I said, we all rode up and left out of there. That was pretty crazy. And then another time, this Mexican guy pulled a shotgun on me because I told him to move his truck because it was muddy and snow. Me and my friends, we was walking, and I said, "Can you move your truck?" He said, "Cállate, nigga!" And he went in the back of his truck and pulled the seat back. I saw a big old silver, the chrome, big old silver Mexican shotgun. Them motherfuckers like pretty guns. So I seen that shit. I ran and hid in a church parking lot in between a snowbank and a truck. I like dug myself into the snow bank up under the truck, and he couldn't see me. So he was looking for me too. That was pretty scary.
Hmm.
Let's see here. I was strangled by my dad once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez.
Uh, Thought I was gonna die, but it didn't.
Hmm.
What else?
Huh.
I've been almost choked to death quite a few times. Hit in the head, falling on the head. Uh,
What a rough life.
yeah,
Jeez.
fuck. My dad
Wow.
tried killing me before I was born because he was punching my mom in the stomach.
Yeah. But
Uh,
yet you're here today.
can't
You're
I'm
tough. You're tough.
Tupperware.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I'm
So,
Tupperware. Tupperware.
so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read some of these, and I want you to comment on some of these things.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. We're talking about these near-death experiences, and it's nice to know what other people think. So, okay, I'm going to share this with everyone, and we're going to read a couple of these, or at least one, and then you can comment on it with me.
All
Okay,
right. Cool.
how's that?
Perfect.
Okay, here we go. Dr. Fabio, probable. This is from Brazil, translated from Portuguese to English. Looking around, above the bright white light, there was a golden light that seemed to transverse the entire horizon. A light that also did not sting. It was not possible to figure out the ambient temperature, humidity, nor any odor. Yet, in spite of this, confronted with the unknown, I felt serene. As far as time was concerned, it seemed to me that I remained there for several hours, in which various knowings were telepathically passed on through these higher beings, and a human language, though I my deceased through a human language through my deceased uncle. I will speak more on this subsequently. Now I will describe the beings that I felt and saw. The two heavenly beings were imposing, and with stature a bit taller than the average person. I'd wager that they were around 7 feet tall. To my uncle's 5 foot 6, who seemed dismutative next to them. The first higher being I recognized as Archangel Michael. So anyway, what do you think of that one?
Well, absolutely.
Well,
Um,
I mean, with the angels and the beings being higher, or I mean, being tall. Have you ever had any? I mean, you do deal with the spirits and stuff like that. Have you had
yeah,
anything like that?
yes. Um, how can I explain this? If I were to leave my body and if I wasn't inside this meat suit, my spirit is like 50 feet tall. So
Okay,
I'm like
okay,
shrunken down.
you're shrunken
I'm
down.
compressed. I'm in compressed form,
Okay,
like
okay,
that. So, like exactly with the angels and stuff, they come in all shapes and sizes and all that. And like I okay, I'm getting this weird thing in my ear. The dimensions that they go to, and each of these beings of which dimensions they come from and planets and all that, it does determine their size and stuff, but and they do. Um, it's like how can I explain this? Me, their frequency does have height, I guess, when they make themselves into the however they want to see. They want you to see them, because like I've seen some shit on the moon that these guys are like they would stand like maybe 20 to 30 feet tall if they were to come, if not bigger, if they were to come to this planet.
okay.
Yeah, because the shit that I've seen these motherfuckers flying across the face of the moon, and yeah.
Hmm,
So I also got, you guys saw the picture of Michael from August 21st, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I took a picture of the solar eclipse in 2017,
Uh huh.
and the dude. Okay, where we got screen. There we go, Facebook. Let's see if it's in here. They it's the big old, it's the angel dude. He's huge. His
Huh.
top of his head was the crown, was the moon, was the sun, the eclipse, the it coming
Oh,
through.
yeah. Uh huh.
But find it on this phone. I can't find it on this phone.
Will you find it?
Nope.
I'm going to read another one.
Can't
I'm going to
find
read
it.
another
Go
one.
ahead.
Okay, here we go. Ellen B. I remember being zipped into a long hallway with doors on both sides. A voice told me to open one of the doors, so I did. I walked in the door. There were three men in black with no faces. They made me watch a screen that had bad things I had done to others in my life. I was shown all my harmful, hurtful actions towards others. Then I was flying through the universe and just popped back into my body. And that was done due to a cardiac arrest while under general anesthesia. Have you ever been under anesthesia?
Yeah, I had my appendix taken out when I was 17.
Okay.
But
You've had it all happen, haven't you? Jeez. You didn't see no men in black, did you?
actually, let me tell you, I did see some guys a few times. I caught him and waved at him.
Okay.
One time I went to the hospital for an eczema flare up, and old Baldy came through in a suit and black. He was in the triage, back in the triage area, and he kept looking. He didn't say nothing to none of the ladies that was at the desk. He just kept looking at me and winking and nodding. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a man in black.
Huh.
Nodding. And then I seen a few of them driving and following me. Caught them. Look at this. Get out of me. Hello. Yeah.
Huh.
Weird shit. And then so I've been knowing these motherfuckers have been watching me. Ever since I called Bill Clinton, it's gotten really fucking weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Wow.
posted that shit on Facebook, and goddamn, one of the Facebook pages of Sandra Bullock, she
Hmm.
was trying to expose the reptilian. She took my shit and wouldn't
Yeah.
even allow me to send her the stills. I said, well, fuck you, bitch. I'm blocking your ass. So every time I see them try to repost my video, uh, I cuss them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you take my shit and not allow me to upload the rest of it.
Hmm. Yeah.
I want to give you the rest of my shit. Well, fuck you then. You don't have it. See?
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on. I'm gonna go on to the next one here.
Next.
Okay, David H. I remember being in a room. I could not feel my shoulders or my neck, and I realized that I did not have a body. I was an orb on a table, and my face was like a round ball. In front of me was a man with black hair. He was dressed in a white dress shirt with a long black tie and pants accented with gold, a gold belt buckle. He looked at me for a few minutes and then said, "You're not ready." He used his right hand to push me back into my body. And this was due to coding while in a hospital. Experience happened about 10 weeks before it was initially shared with NDE, an integration experience shared again after several years. Okay. Wow. That was
Yeah.
interesting. Yep.
Putting at the hospital. That's something.
Go. Yeah, that happens a lot, doesn't it? Okay, here's one from Switzerland, originally in German, translated to English. Okay, in the darkness, a gate appears on my left side, a round arch. It is very beautiful, simple, and sublime at the same time. The light within outshines everything. It has nothing in common with the declining cone of light above my body. The light is a beacon of hope in the darkness. I'm attracted to the gate and I'm gliding towards it. I'm leaving the inanimate figure on the stretcher behind. The pull is overpowering. I want to touch the light. That was NDE due to internal bleeding after an accident. I'm sure you see a lot of accidents where you live.
Oh, let me tell you how many crashes have happened in front of my houses.
Why don't
Well,
you tell us?
when I lived on Center Avenue in Racine, how was that? The root center crossroads where I used to live at. Racine means the root
Yep.
chakra. Yeah, I lived at Racine and Center. And then I started hollering, I'm living at the crossroads. And then they changed everything, all the signs to the mental health center and the shopping centers all to the crossroads of Janesville.
Yeah.
Trippy. So the one thing they haven't listened to me about is fixing the bridge on Center Avenue at Monterey Park. They haven't fixed that yet. They fixed everything else, but not the bridge that I've been bitching about for the past 10 years. But
Yeah.
so yeah, the yeah, that yeah. Say that again. I just lost myself. I just lost it.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
then
I
we'll
got
go on.
ADD.
We'll go on to the next one.
Go ahead to the
Okay.
next one.
Nathan A. I experienced a tunnel of whirling bright lights pulling me inside. I went head first, but I didn't feel a sensation of falling. The vividly displayed lights were colors which I've never seen before. The colors were contrasted heavily by the total blackness that was left in the rest of the void of the tunnel. I also felt and I heard a humming or vibration sensation, which I was aware of was coming from my chest. I remember thinking that this was coming from the doctors working with some kind of suction device to clean out my lungs. This procedure made me uncomfortable with the constant buzzing and vibration that I felt coming from my chest. I had a sensation of relief knowing that my lungs were finally being cleaned out. The lights of the tunnel were somehow confronting or conforming in a way that I can't explain due to a respiratory failure. Huh.
Right. Like he had cystic fibrosis or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
His lungs
Exactly.
were filling up with yucky stuff.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
almost dead. I found that picture.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Can you share that with us? I'm gonna stop this share and let's see. Okay. I don't know.
He's
Oh,
giving
okay.
himself away.
I'm gonna blow it up here. Gotta do that. Oh
Mm,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that one.
yeah.
Okay.
That
That's
I asked Pure Love Ascension, Lori from Andromeda 7, if
yeah.
that was the Archangel Michael, and yes,
Yes.
that's Archangel Michael right there.
Definitely.
Yeah. My one of my meanings of my name, Delaney, means offspring of an angel.
Uh huh.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, all the angels. Look, I've had the craziest shit happen to me all my fucking life. That's why I've had to document this shit because it nobody would fucking believe me about all the shit that I've seen as a child. Oh, you're talking about people crashing in front of the house. Yeah, they crash in front of my house, on the highway, in front of me. People try to crash into me.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's weird.
Wow.
Somebody
Well,
crashed into my car while we were parked. They wanted to do a U-turn. I just tore my door apart. We had to go take the car to the shop to get a new door. Thank God
wow.
for car insurance because that shit was expensive as hell,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
on almost a 20-year-old car. It's 19 years old. That sucker's old.
Oh yeah.
And But
Okay,
anyway,
let's go on
go
to the
next.
next one here. We're going to go to Heather. Heather W. I felt a warmth on my left arm, but it wasn't like a normal presence. It felt like my grandfather, whom I had lost a year prior. I also recall asking if my cousin was there and where she was. And that was an NDE due to a profound blood loss.
Mm.
Okay, we're going to Sane. He's from the Netherlands. I remember everything being dark, but it was not scary. As I was flying towards something, I thought about several things. I thought that I was only 12 and it was too early to die. I wonder if I would see my grandfather. I also realized that I didn't want to leave this world because I knew my parents would feel sad if I died. Hmm.
I,
Cheryl, and that was due to, at 12 to being hit by a motorcycle.
well,
Okay.
hey, guy ain't
Cheryl.
never been hit by no vehicle.
Yeah, that's right.
I almost jumped in front of a semi.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, Granny said you better not make the folks clean you up off the road.
That's right. Cheryl R. There were two feminine beings behind me. I did not turn to look at them, but they were loving and concerned. They seemed a bit confused as to why I was there. I looked around a little and saw some small star-like lights moving by me, and I knew they were others who had died, but they were moving on. I then remembered that I just had a baby, and I wondered to myself if she would be okay without me. That was an NDE due to a CT scan contrast allergic reaction.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, here's Anthony P. Sometime in the night, a very pretty lady in white sat on my bedside, the side by the window, the side of my bed where there was very narrow gap between the window and the bed, and none of the nurses ever came to the rest of the time I was there. All I remember is she was very pretty, loving, very mommy like, and dressed all in white, but it was not a nurse's uniform. Uh, NDE at age 3 due to an arterial septal defect.
Mm.
I don't even know what that is, but at age 3. So he's a little kid and he's describing some white dressed lady in white that's over watching over him.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one Francisco from France, translated from French to English. I felt alive and very light, happy, and perfectly at ease. I had no fear, but I knew my physical heart might have stopped and that life was continuing outside of the body. Everything was so soft, so light, and so good and pleasant. I sensed a present at my right. This present wasn't really distinct from me. It was perfect, loving, sweet and pleasant, nice and sensitive part of myself. It was like an intimate companion, knowing me from time immemorial, and yet was also myself. Hmm. Okay, now we're going to go to exceptional NDEs. So, do you know anybody else who's had a near death experience?
Um, I, yeah, I know a lot of people that have overdosed on drugs and shit and came back.
Yeah, did they ever have an experience while they were there?
I don't remember what he said.
Huh.
I don't remember what he said, but
Okay.
no, I don't. No, I don't think I've really. No.
I
I
wonder
don't
how.
think I really know anybody that's had near death experience. Yeah,
I
I really don't know.
wonder
My
how
sister,
common it
she
is.
didn't almost die. She had a car accident, but her
Yeah,
heart didn't stop.
yeah,
They didn't have to shock her or nothing like that, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Okay, we're going to go to exceptional experiences. Now, everybody, if you want to check out your own stuff here, it's at the Near Death Experience Research Foundation. Okay, this is Sonata F. Exceptional experience. I believe, I said, she is seeing God. My sister and cousin could not move as they just stared in amazement. I
Mm.
felt compelled to get my mother and my uncle, who were in the kitchen, to come and see what we were witnessing. They returned with me quickly. A total of 5 family members were beside my grandmother's bed as she was dying. Her eyes remained fixed on something above her, as though she was receiving a message. Some sort of light, either from within or reflecting from her, was illuminating her eyes. So she had illuminated eyes. Now
So her
that's,
eyes were turning into like lights.
yeah,
Okay, I'm imagining this. I can see that happening.
yeah, yeah. It says a remarkable death experience with 5 family members present with the dying. Doug C. Exceptional experience. I also remember being amazed that my sense of humor was still intact and that I was still me in this other space. I remember feeling so good and so light with no cares at all. I felt like I was finally going home and immediately was experiencing a presence through my being that I communi- was communicating with instantly. It said to me first, "Don't worry, we've got you." Every thought I had was instantly answered as soon as I thought it. Time seemed to be irrelevant, and I didn't care because I was enveloped in a blanket of what I could only describe as pure love and acceptance. What? Due
Wow.
to a head trauma. NDE due to a head trauma. Okay, let's see here. This one here is um, Lane. Lane T. Exceptional experience. I was greeted by a strange robed figure who led me down a path to a field. Numerous people were sitting there. I recognized my grandmother, great aunt, and a close family friend. All of them had died when I was younger. I asked the robed figure, "Who are you?" Instead of getting an answer, everyone else was asking me what I was doing there so early.
Huh.
I replied, "I don't know." It was a NDE experience occurred during unconsciousness following 2 planes colliding near him uh, in 2022.
Wow.
Hmm. Wow. How about that on a plane crash?
Hey.
Okay, now we're going to go to Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil F. Not probably the Dr. Phil you're thinking of, people.
Right, not Phil McGraw.
No, no, no. Okay, exceptional experience from Austria. I feel my life is connected with all life on this earth. I see countless communicating crystals, shining and flashing in different colors. Everywhere it sparkles and flashes as if the earth's life would also fight for its survival against the final darkening. Now, what do you think they meant by darkening? And why is it crystals? See, we always talk about the earth having crystals, don't we? And that the earth is alive, so that kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, what is the final darkening? What do you think that would be?
I don't know.
The final, why would they say that? Also, its survival against the final darkening. That's weird. It says NDE life review memories helped him know what to do to survive the car crash. Hmm, that's what it says. Interesting. Well, think on that final darkening thing. Okay, we're going to go to
Yeah.
Kathleen. Kathleen, exceptional experience. This intense love being expressed through my heart while simultaneously hearing the thought, I love him, was so intense. I felt what I would describe as being crippled in love and awe. It was both an emotional and physical experience. I felt as if I was tilting my head into my left shoulder in awe, like one would do when witnessing the most innocent and beautiful thing you could ever imagine, while at the same time, my heart just swelled in love. Okay, that was a detailed shared death experience with her father, who died at the same time, although
Huh.
she did not know he was dying.
Mm.
Hmm, interesting, huh? It sounds
Yeah.
like you're in a car crash or something, and she was supposed to. He died and she didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Huh?
I was in jail once with this girl for like 9 months, and she had a similar life to what was that? Nicole Simpson, Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
She not Anna Nicole. Yeah, the guest girl. She
Yeah.
married that old man, and he
Yes.
died, and then she died. But yeah,
Yeah.
she my girl, she was in jail. She was clean and sober for like almost a year. She was in jail, and she didn't even get to make it into her driveway. She didn't even get to make it to her house. She left the jail, got out, went and got some dope, got to her driveway, and had overdosed and died before she got in the house. So we
Wow.
got a call. We was asleep because when she left, she was asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning when she got let out. We was all asleep in the morning. And do you know that she was dead before breakfast at 7 o'clock? We all had dreams of this woman.
Yeah.
I woke up then at breakfast time, and then at 8:30 we got the phone call.
Mm.
And I was like, I didn't say nothing at first, and the phone call came, and then they're like, Rebecca O'Brien did not make it home. She died
Wow.
in her driveway of an overdose.
Wow.
I had a dream this bitch was on her couch with her blanket and her husband and her dead dog. She said, "We okay now? We all together. We're fine." I said, who else had a dream about Rebecca? They said, I did. The whole fucking cell block had dreams of this woman. She came and talked to us. Because we helped her find Jesus when she told me I helped her find him again. That fucked me up.
Wow.
Yeah. Cause like right before she left, she's like, "You help me find Jesus," because she really missed her husband who died on her.
Yeah.
She took care of the old man until he died. She really loved that old motherfucker too, her country ass. But yeah, she was a poor country girl, married an old rich man. Then he died and she was turned to heroin. Went to
Wow.
jail. She went to try to buy some dope, and she pulled this dude tried to rob her with her own gun. He shot her arm. Her arm. Oh my god. Well, anyways, she told me I helped her regain her faith in God again,
Wow.
and sure enough, the dream it was crazy. I seen her in the living room, and she was sitting all cozied up in this quilt, and she had her husband sitting next to her, but he was a young man though. He
Yeah.
looked like he was a young man. She's like, "This is him, how he's supposed to be." And she had her dog with her and everything. It was crazy. And I got the goosebumps.
Wow. That's
But yeah, the whole cell block drifted this woman. And she came and told us all that she was okay. She was with her man and her dog.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So there's a near death experience. Well,
Yeah.
a death experience.
That's
Oops, I hit
what.
it. Oops, back on. I'm back on.
There,
Whoops.
there you go. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's some trippy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Okay. Let's go down to the next one. Jeff L. Exceptional experience. I concluded that my brain's executive functions were intact. I decided to test my short term memory. Sure enough, I could remember everything leading up to the collapsing at the entrance to the emergency room.
Mm.
Not only that, but I could remember all of it in exquisite, vivid detail. I then decided to test my long term memory and arbitrarily chose eighth grade. Immediately, I was furnished a rush of detailed memories. The sharp and vividness of those memories quickly overwhelmed me. I wondered where could all that have been, or where could it all have been stored? I concluded that my long term memory system was intact and it was much broader and deeper than I believed possible. This was an NDD due to a heart attack. Okay, we're going to go to Diane B. I then had a panoramic vision of the room. The baby wasn't in the nursery, but a dining room with a table and chairs pushed across the room so the crib could fit in. The room had wallpaper with ships on it and olive drab full length curtains. The room looked out to the front of the house with two big windows with bushes in front of them. It was dark and the house was quiet. This was NDE at age 2 to 3 months with very detailed OBE observations confirmed years later. How is that possible? Okay, here's a pre-birth one. Now you said you've had remembered past lives, so let's see what this has to do. Listen to this one. It is very difficult to explain, but the consciousness of an older man and my current consciousness either merged or swapped positions. I eventually penetrated what I initially thought was a wall. I was going to hit it, and afterwards, splat. Instead, I squeezed through it, and it was very thick liquid. I saw the embryo, but was communicating with something telepathically. It was telling me I had to either or to enter the embryo, but I got a glimpse of another place and wanted to go there.
Mm.
I was very adamant about not wanting to come back here, but it was very soothing voice. It simply said, "You have to go back." This was a pre birth remembrance of observing a man dying, aware of his consciousness apart from his body, then awareness of themselves as a sperm being a new life. Huh. So, anyway,
Hmm.
that was like having a past life. I wonder if that was a past life of that guy or somebody else was trying to, tap in.
Yeah. And see, like with mine, my repeats were due to murder suicide
Yes.
each time.
Yeah. Huh.
Hmm.
Oh,
I was
interesting.
killed, and then the other person killed themselves on the room there. And then I killed him, and then I killed myself. Other times, I killed him, and other people killed me. I was hung. I was hung once for my crime.
Wow.
So, yeah, murder and suicide
That's
and
not.
execution. That's why I don't like having stuff around my neck
Yeah.
because I was hung and oh no, no, no
Not
good,
good.
no.
Okay.
And then yeah, go.
Okay. This is IH. I don't know. This is somewhere else. No, go lay down. Exceptional experience. The life story of every single tree I can see. Thousands. The landscape and the city that existed previously. Colors and shapes that do not exist here. It is at this point I take to just looking straight down at the ground, as the information is too overwhelming for me. I begin to wonder or wonder towards something. I don't know what or why, but I am drawn in a specific direction in the forest. I continue to walk for a good amount of time, and then I come upon a clearing and a river, something I didn't notice before, but in this forest there are no animals. There are there are there were no animals. They are all here. Lions, tiger, deer, rabbits, cats, dogs, animals I've never seen before, do not exist on Earth. Everything here, but there is no fighting, no hunting, no feeding. The animals do not attack one another.
It just exists.
Yeah, this is among the most remarkable and detailed ever
I've been
shared.
to that dimension before.
You have.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's really, I want that to happen here.
Yes. Yes. But you notice how everybody goes, they see, they always say they see colors that don't exist here. That's
Right.
that's remarkable. We're going to do one from South Africa. This is Sarah from South Africa.
Oh God, I gotta let you go, guys. It's my family.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for coming. We're going to do this last one, people, and then we're going to call it a night. That was really nice to have Delaney on and give her commentary about this and hear her stories too. I tell you, gives a little life to the situation. Sarah from South Africa. I have always believed in prayer. It does not have to be me where it comes from. God, the universe, the earth, a higher power. Any prayer is pure love. And I felt it because deep and far away, I heard something in the darkness. I heard voices calling me. It wasn't as literal as that, it was an awareness that came to me. Through the dark space, I had clear, distinct, and real thought. It cut through like a beacon, calling me. I know that this was the turning point for me. Exceptional, epic struggle between life and death due to pneumonia and induced coma. Dramatic encounter with her husband who was dying at the time. Mm. Um, Delirium mixed with true spiritual experiences. Okay, everyone, I'm sure you probably had enough of me, and I'm going to stop sharing. Let's see, stop sharing. Well, anyway, this has been a very interesting evening. First, I didn't have sound, and then we had Delaney Jones on, and that was kind of interesting to hear her story. Uh, and maybe we'll get her on to read some cards here soon. I hope y'all will enjoy that. But I want to thank everybody for coming. This has been a lot of fun. I really want to get that out there. Now, remember, go to the Near Death Experience Research Foundation. And if you really like this, give me a thumbs up, please, and let me know in the comments section. And if you want me to read some more of these, maybe we'll dig deeper and find some really cool ones out there um, and read through them. And it could be interesting. I mean, I know I had a good time reading them. It was pretty cool, everyone. Well, anyway, with that, remember, go out and do something nice for somebody. It's a midweek hump day. You know, you got a couple more days left before the end of the week to make somebody's day. Go out and do something nice. If it's nothing else than just wave, smile at your neighbor. Uh, Hopefully we make this world a better world. We don't want it ended up like Delaney's neighborhood over there where people are, doing drugs and not making it home or, crashing into things or, stealing from people, things like that. That's not fun. Okay, so anyway, what we got going on this week? Remember, tomorrow night we will be live with Nina the Mystic, and we will be doing another discussion about the spiritual science book. And I think I got it here somewhere. Well, it's not handy. I got it. But anyway, we're going to be doing some spiritual science discussion because agnos is going to be on Sunday, and I will be on Nina the Mystic's show Sunday night, and we will be talking to Aggie and asking him questions and going through his book. So if you have any good questions or things you want to add, let me know. You send me an email or something like that. And with that, we'll be back tomorrow night. Don't you worry. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you for bearing with me and listening to my crude and rude commentary here with, my, and now my voice is starting to get a little sore from talking too much. But anyway, thank you all again. Remember, go out, be the frequency you want to receive, everyone. Love you all. Peace, everybody.